Today something shocking needs to be revealed to you. Someone you deeply love is hiding behind a mask of guilt because they have a dirty little secret that's eating them alive. If you remain unaware of what's really happening, your relationship will continue to crumble silently day by day. This isn't meant to hurt you but to help you understand what's truly causing the distance between you. The signs have been there all along. Mood swings, emotional withdrawal, sudden irritability. But they were easy to misinterpret. Believe that this message comes to you right now for a reason, and know that by listening, you're already taking the first step toward healing this relationship. Your emotional connection matters more than you realize. You need to understand this relationship dynamic immediately. This isn't just about knowing a secret, it's about recognizing a destructive pattern before permanent emotional damage occurs. This revelation acts as a psychological bridge connecting behaviors you've seen to their hidden cause. The next few minutes will create a new awareness that allows you to approach this person with understanding instead of confusion. Right now, they're trapped in a cycle of shame that deepens every day, creating walls between you that grow taller with each interaction. This message offers you the key to unlock the real conversation that needs to happen. The timing is critical. Because with each passing day, this person buries their guilt deeper, making it harder to reach them where healing can begin. This urgent relationship insight is one of many psychological revelations we share regularly. Subscribe now and turn on all notifications to receive these crucial insights before relationships reach their breaking point. Your emotional well-being depends on understanding what's really happening beneath the surface. Like this video now as your commitment to approaching this situation with compassion rather than judgment when you finally understand what's been hidden from you all along. You've been putting so much effort into this relationship lately. You've tried to stay connected even when this person seemed to pull away without explanation. Your emotional intelligence shows your true character, and it's exactly what will help navigate this difficult situation. You felt something was wrong but couldn't quite identify it. Your ability to sense changes in someone's behavior, to feel when something isn't right, makes you someone who can handle this truth with maturity. You've been patient while they've been distant, caring while they've been cold. This hasn't gone unnoticed, and it's precisely why you're ready to receive this insight now. Because of your compassionate nature, you've been chosen to receive this difficult truth. You've shown remarkable patience with someone who keeps putting up walls, and your emotional resilience stays strong despite their confusing behavior. Your capacity for understanding impresses everyone who knows you. You're ready to help this person now. Guided by genuine concern and seeing what's really happening beneath their facade, you're uniquely positioned to approach this situation with the perfect balance of truth and kindness. This isn't about confrontation but liberation. Freeing someone you care about from a prison of their own, making that keeps them from authentic connection. A psychological burden far heavier than ordinary secrets is weighing on someone close to you. This person is trapped in a pattern of self-sabotage, gradually disconnecting from genuine intimacy because they believe they're fundamentally unworthy of love. Their behavior stems from childhood experiences where love and shame became intertwined, creating a devastating belief system. They deliberately create distance whenever emotional connection deepens. Not because they don't care, but because closeness triggers intense feelings of unworthiness. These negative thought patterns want to keep this person isolated and convinced they must hide their true self. This revelation creates an understanding that these behaviors aren't personal rejections of you but manifestations of inner turmoil. It wraps compassion around actions that previously caused you pain, allowing you to see the wounded person behind the hurtful behavior. Without this awareness, you might have eventually given up on someone who doesn't actually want you to leave, but doesn't know how to ask you to stay. Their emotionally distant behavior makes perfect sense when you understand they're protecting themselves from vulnerability because genuine connection feels dangerous to them based on their past experiences. This relationship insight must reach others struggling with similar situations right now. Immediately share this video with at least 3 friends dealing with confusing relationship dynamics. Each person who misses this message remains trapped in cycles of misunderstanding and hurt. Your share could be the breakthrough someone desperately needs to make sense of their relationship struggles. By sharing this insight, you become part of a healing movement, helping others recognize patterns that keep them emotionally separated from people they care about despite their best efforts. To connect.by understanding this psychological pattern fully, you create space for real healing to begin. Your awareness cuts through years of miscommunication and hurt feelings. You'll approach this person differently now, seeing past their defensive behaviors to the wounded part that needs reassurance. Think of this as an emotional translation guide being placed in your hands, allowing you to finally understand a language of pain you couldn't decipher before. Their withdrawal, criticism, or emotional unavailability transforms from personal rejection to recognizable cries for help and validation. Your relationship can become a safe container where healing begins instead of where old wounds keep getting reopened. This understanding arrives at precisely the right moment, as continued misinterpretation of their behavior would have eventually created permanent disconnection. With this new insight, you'll recognize when shame is triggering their defensive reactions, and you'll know not to take it personally or respond with your own defenses. This breaks the cycle that's been damaging your connection. This insight reveals the true potential of your relationship once these patterns are addressed. You're approaching a critical turning point where genuine intimacy becomes possible if you navigate this revelation skillfully. This person matters deeply in your life journey for reasons you don't fully comprehend yet. This challenging situation isn't random. It's an opportunity for profound growth for both of you. The insight you've received today proves that deeper understanding leads to deeper connection, not just in this relationship but in all your interactions. The fact that you've stayed present despite confusion shows your emotional maturity and readiness for this next level of relating. Your patience and willingness to look beneath surface behaviors will transform not only this specific relationship but your understanding of human connection itself. Something beautiful waits on the other side of this difficult conversation. A level of authentic intimacy that's been impossible until now. As this relationship insight helps you, consider supporting our work through a super thanks of $5, $10, or $20. Look for the Thanks button appearing now. Your contribution helps us reach more people struggling with relationship confusion and pain. This exchange of energy allows us to continue providing psychological insights that transform connections from frustration to understanding. Help us break the cycles of misunderstanding one relationship at a time. As you absorb this insight, think about the confusing behaviors you've witnessed lately. Remember those times when emotional closeness was followed by unexplained distance. Think about conversations that suddenly shut down when vulnerability appeared. Think about moments when they seemed almost afraid of the connection between you. This revelation explains those experiences. They weren't rejections but fear responses triggered by deep insecurity. Your intuition was right. Something has been interfering with authentic connection. The mixed signals, the emotional withdrawal after intimate moments, the defensiveness when you tried to get closer. These weren't random behaviors but symptoms of this underlying pattern we've revealed. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now. To continue receiving these relationship insights that transform confusion into clarity. We notice those who actively seek deeper understanding. Then tell us what relationship challenge you need guidance with next by commenting trust for rebuilding broken trust, communication for breaking through silent treatments, or patterns to identify your own relationship patterns that might be blocking true connection. Your engagement helps us create content that addresses your specific needs. Imagine tonight as you consider approaching this conversation, feeling a new sense of clarity guiding your words. As you prepare, see yourself setting aside judgment and bringing forward compassion instead. Feel a calm understanding replacing previous frustration as you recognize that hurtful behaviors came from pain, not malice. Your emotional intelligence becomes stronger with each moment of reflection, creating a safe space where truth can finally emerge. Notice how your breathing remains steady as you imagine this interaction. Every inhale brings in more patience, while every exhale releases old resentments about behaviors you now understand differently. This conversation feels different from previous attempts. Grounded in understanding rather than accusation. Some people report feeling nervous before these talks but then experiencing surprising relief once they begin from this new perspective. The tension you've both been carrying starts to dissolve when someone finally sees beneath the defensive behaviors to the hurt that created them. This insight also creates opportunity for authentic intimacy that wasn't possible before. It opens a pathway to conversations that address root causes instead of symptoms. It reveals how patterns formed long ago continue to shape present interactions. Whether you seek deeper emotional connection, want to build lasting trust, or need healing from relationship wounds, this understanding allows you to approach differently, with awareness instead of reactivity. In the coming weeks, you'll notice shifts in how you respond to triggered behaviors, increased compassion for emotional defenses, and a greater sense of peace when navigating difficult conversations. You'll recognize patterns before they fully activate, allowing you to interrupt cycles that previously seemed inevitable. So, as you move forward with this new understanding, recognize this is more than just information. It's a transformation in how you perceive relationship dynamics that once seemed confusing or hurtful. This insight confirms that when you seek to understand rather than judge, relationship breakthroughs become possible. Welcome this new perspective with patience and compassion. As you apply this understanding, your connection will naturally evolve beyond old limitations. This moment marks an important shift in your relationship journey. Your willingness to look beneath surface behaviors, rather than reacting to them, shows emotional wisdom. The effort you invest in understanding someone's deeper struggles rather than taking their behavior personally creates healing possibilities that benefit everyone involved. This crucial relationship insight cannot be set aside for later consideration, especially when emotional patterns are currently causing daily pain. The understanding being offered creates a foundation for healing that avoidable misunderstanding continues to erode. Full awareness of these patterns is necessary to approach the situation effectively before defensive walls grow even higher. Every day that passes without addressing these dynamics allows them to become more entrenched. The longer these conversations are delayed, the more challenging they become. This understanding comes precisely when you need it most. Approaching relationships with this psychological awareness has transformed countless connections from confusion to clarity. Many people report complete shifts in their interactions within days. Conversations that once ended in frustration become pathways to deeper understanding. Emotional triggers that seemed random now make perfect sense, and behaviors that felt personal are recognized as protection mechanisms. This insight breaks cycles of reaction and counter-reaction that may have been damaging your connection without either of you fully understanding why. The difference in relationship quality becomes apparent almost immediately once these patterns are recognized. The impact of this understanding extends far beyond just one conversation. It creates a permanent shift in how you perceive defensive behaviors in all relationships. This insight makes you recognizable as someone who sees beyond actions to intentions, creating safe spaces wherever you go for authentic connection to flourish despite fear. Thousands have transformed their relationships through these psychological insights, supporting our work with contributions of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support joins theirs in extending these relationship revelations to more people struggling with connection. Every contribution amplifies our reach and ensures these vital insights continue reaching those caught in painful patterns they don't understand. You're part of a growing movement committed to breaking cycles of misunderstanding and disconnection. Don't leave this relationship insight unaddressed in your life. The person you care about is waiting for understanding they can't ask for directly. Subscribe, share, and stay connected to the psychological insights that transform confusion into clarity and pain into healing possibility.